What's up? We are back in the office yet again. Back in the office yet again. One more run. And a lot of people wanted to get into this. They were very upset. And I was surprised a lot of people were upset. I said, wow, I thought you guys would be happy with this. It was, you see how they just did, my man, they gonna do him like that. And I'm like, what do you mean? They gave Michael Jordan best collegiate player of all time. Chicago, people like, yep, he was. But then there's some people who actually know basketball is like, man, that's goofy. That's not even close to being right. Because it's not right. I mean, Kareem Kareem tweeted, which I think somebody tweeted for him, but Kareem put LMAO. Whoever runs his account was like, uh, uh, sorry, we can't let this aggression stand. But I remember I remember answering a question. What's your name on the Cash App? I did get a Cash App. I got a few Cash Apps today. But if you did send one, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't have my phone on me now, so I can't really see it. I mean, granted, there's so many people. Michael Jordan is not even probably in the top 40. I think James Worthy was a better collegiate basketball player than Michael Jordan. He's not even the best at North Carolina. Tyler Hansbrough had a better career than Michael Jordan at North Carolina. So, I mean, before everybody go Kareem crazy, Kareem, most of you don't even know Kareem. Bill Walton had a better career, okay? Ralph Sampson. Michael Jordan had a great college career. And they said that, Mike could have really done a lot more, but Dean Smith wanted to keep him in the system of what they were playing. So he put shackles on his game, basically. But if he turned Mike loose, it would have looked like what happened in the first year, his rookie year in Chicago. Now, that may have been true. Christian Laettner had a better collegiate career. That is absolutely correct. So Kareem would probably be number one. Now that we're looking at the list and everything else, if you want to say anybody, Isaiah only played 2 years. Michael played 3. It's hard to do it with a player that plays 2 years. But obviously, Isaiah was a better player. Michael Jordan hit a game-winning shot to win a national championship. But that team had Sam Perkins, James Worthy, they were stacked. When Isaiah won the championship, he was the most outstanding player of the tournament. He was the reason the championship came home. Yeah, Kenny Smith, they had a stacked team. It's North Carolina. That's what they do. They get the best of the best. So you always playing with a stacked deck every year. It's never just you. So I respect people that come from the smaller colleges who really had to dominate. Come on, man. Magic wanted no parts. Magic wanted no parts. None. I mean, absolutely no parts of Isaiah Thomas. Y'all didn't hear that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird played against Mark Aguirre and Isaiah Thomas and got blitzed. Got blitzed. Now we're gonna get more into this because I want everybody to, have a chance here to really get involved. Because there's a lot people don't know that they probably should know about this. That this was the first time in history that Michael Jordan, they didn't give a rhyme or reason. And this is what I mean. Dangerous. This is a dangerous discussion because you're giving false information to a public that don't know any better. They don't know any better. You feel me? Sports world don't know no better. These people on the internet, they read it and they think that's what it is. David Robinson and Tim Duncan both had better years than Michael Jordan. Now, were they better NBA players? No. But why even bring this up? Oh, because Michael Jordan, he got what's that? A 30 for 30? The Chicago Bulls, The Last Dance. That's coming up, right? Okay. What else they got going on? Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, people. Are very good people. It's very important. For me, the greatest of all time, no doubt, is Pistol Pete. In my opinion, Kareem and Pistol Pete. That's it. And the reason I picked Pistol Pete is because he come from LSU. That is it. Kareem played for UCLA. UCLA won for like what, 8, 9 years in a row. They had the longest streak of championships. So they were having championship teams of dominance. Bill Walton came in the middle of that run. They always had great players. So it's hard for me to say somebody was, I know great talent when I see it, but it's hard for me to say, you know what, that guy is just a leaps and bounds above everybody else. I give guys credit that come from smaller schools. Grant had a great collegiate career, but he played with Bobby Hurley and Christian Laettner. you know. Let me give you. I mean, he averaged like 40 plus games. I can't go off my head exactly what he did, but I know he played at LSU, and I know he averaged like 40 plus points a game for his career. Okay, he played 3 years in college. I know that. Rest in peace, Pistol Pete. He died playing the game of basketball. There's never been probably another collegiate basketball player to ever. He holds probably every scoring record. And I thought Wilt would as in college, but no, it was Pistol Pete. He averaged 44 points per game. 40 some points per game. You think he was an SEC player of the year? Or the All-American player of the year all 3 years he was there? And he gave like at least 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and that giving you 40 plus a game. He gonna start the game and give you 40. Are you kidding me? Right. Of course, it wasn't no 3-point line then. But the reason why he was so good, his dad was his high school coach. But the reason why he was so good is because his son went and played the inner city kids. He made his son go into the city and learn how to play the way they were playing ball in the inner city. He saw the black kids playing and said, whoa, they're doing this, but they wouldn't let the inner city kids play in the tournaments where the white kids were playing because they know these brothers will mop the floor with them. So he would take Pete down there to the park and let Pete play with the brothers. Pistol Pete would be the only white guy down in the ghetto playing with the brothers, learning how to play the game with them and learning how they play the game, how they control the ball. See, they had never seen that in the collegiate level, and they had never seen that. This is before Isaiah Lord Thomas III. This is what motivated Isaiah Lord Thomas III and others, because they had never seen anybody do what he could do on a basketball court worldwide on television. See, it's like when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk on TV. Everyone thought Michael invented it, not knowing that people have been seeing this in the ghetto for years. But once Michael Jackson did it on stage, it became his. The moonwalk was called the slide. In the ghetto, it was called the slide. Once Michael did it, they called it the moonwalk, and it was renamed, and that's exactly what it was, and Michael was the father of it. Same thing with Pistol Pete. Once Pistol Pete was on TV doing what he was doing with the basketball, and he could score. He learned from playing on the playgrounds with the brothers. And those were some of the guys that weren't going to college. They were on the playground, and he was learning those moves, playing with them, practicing them, and Press His father wanted him to learn. And he told the coach of all these schools, he said, listen, you guys are not real champions. If you're not playing this team here, that inner city team, if y'all ain't beating them, then y'all not real champions. I'm sorry. And Pistol Pete is great. My son is great. But if y'all don't evolve y'all game and y'all holding on to this race thing and y'all, we can't let them integrate with us. And if you keep holding on, y'all going to get left behind. The game's evolving. And Press is a guy who sees, he loves basketball. He loves the sport. He don't care if you black or white. He see the game. And he's seeing how the brothers are playing like, wait a minute. When y'all's playing like 1963, 1935, and they playing like 1975, doing some Harlem Globetrotter stuff, they doing that on the court because the brothers is watching the Harlem Globetrotters do this with the ball behind the back through the legs, left hand hooks off the glass, switching hands. They weren't doing that in the white basketball area. It was 1935. Back you down, throw the ball, swing it. Pistol Pete came in there and played with them and blew them out the water. They ain't never seen nothing like them because they weren't in the inner city of the ghetto. So he started teaching the game, Press, and Pistol Pete started teaching the game to the team so that they can get better. So they got beat by the inner city dudes, but they at least played them. They went and said, we're going to play anyway. We're going to have a game. Even though they ain't going to let us play legally, we're going to play. We want to know how good we really are. And they held their own. They lost, but they held their own. And what it did was it gave respect to some of those players. And some of those players did get looked at by colleges because of how good they were. And people saw Pistol Pete and said, man, we're going to have to start scouting that school. So now schools was getting scholarships based off that. But seeing Pistol Pete on television, it inspired people like Isaiah Lord Thomas III, Magic Johnson, all of these guys. He's one person, man. He won an NBA championship with Boston. At the end of his career, he won an NBA championship with Boston. And he was the greatest showman the NBA had ever seen with all the passes and everything, which led to the Magic Johnsons, which led to all these guys. No, he didn't. Pistol Pete didn't win a championship with the Celtics. I could have sworn he did. Y'all gonna have me go in here and look this stuff up, man. Don't say that. Well, he didn't win an NBA championship, but it was not from him. It wasn't because of him. There are plenty of players that didn't win an NBA championship. He said he would have averaged 51 points a game if you counted three-pointers. Yep. The New Orleans Jazz. See, I hate that. I told you, they just screwed the whole NBA up with that. The Lakers being in LA, that's all that. The Jazz being in Utah. Ain't no Jazz in Utah. They should just change the name. If you can't take the name of the team. That's why I'm glad Charlotte was smart enough to fight for the name. They were smart enough to fight for the name and said, nope, you guys can go all you want, but we're keeping the name, the Hornets. Right, they had to be the Bobcats till they could fight to get their name back. They were the Hornets, and they wanted to be the Hornets. They was like, nope, we fought for that name, and they're gonna get our name back. We don't want to be no Bobcats. We're the Hornets. Yeah, well, it's a lot of different scenarios that could play out when you look at it that way. I mean, come on, Kareem, it's no brainer. But why do you think this is? Why do you think this is? Who came out and just said ESPN can't fire you? You my friend. So they can't fire you. Who just said that? Who know the 30 for 30 series is coming out? Who would do that so that people would start going against Michael Jordan? LeBron told them to do that. Y'all didn't know? That's a LeBron move. LeBron made that happen. All of this is LeBron. Them saying Michael Jordan was the best collegiate basketball player of all time was Michael Jordan. That was because of LeBron James. I can't believe a fan didn't come out and say it was LeBron. This is the only category LeBron won't argue to say that he's been robbed in yet. Give it a couple of years. Then he'll be like, you know what? If LeBron was in college, he would be the best player ever. So I would say LeBron, even though he didn't play, it would still be LeBron. You know how y'all stupid Bron fans are. But this is all LeBron's doing. LeBron told them to make Michael Jordan number one. As ridiculous as it sounds, LeBron made that decision. I know he did. He can tell you and the general public whatever he wants. He did it. Why would LeBron want to do that? Why would LeBron want ESPN to call Michael Jordan the greatest collegiate player of all time? Lex, that's the closest answer. Exactly. He wants people to come down on Michael Jordan. Because when they say the greatest basketball player of all time and they say his name, LeBron, everybody's going to come down on it and they're going to hit him with Michael Jordan. So now he wants ESPN to say the greatest collegiate player of all time is Michael Jordan. so that it's going to make fans irate. And people like Kareem and everybody, but what about Kareem and this guy? See, you guys put Michael over everything. He ain't even the best player in the NBA. It's LeBron now. See? See how that narrative worked? It's that mind program. He knows people are stupid. So he's gonna stir the pot of the masses by giving them something there. No, Shane Battier was never better than Michael Jordan. So there you go. Wag the dog. Exactly what he's doing, wagging the dog. And this man's harebrained big scheme of, you know what? We should just get all the NBA players. We can all play 2K and we can put it on ESPN. Did ESPN air LeBron James playing 2K? Somebody told me ESPN was airing the players. It's like LeBron not playing, no. Don't matter if he ain't playing it. It's his idea. That's another harebrained scheme of LeBron. And somebody's left to take the blame. Yeah, I decided to change the all-star format. It's Chris Paul said it was his idea. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Knowing LeBron said, hey, I'm getting tired of losing. I ain't gonna play an all-star game no more. Tired of losing every year. Yeah, I get some good players in the East. Well, you know what we should do? We should mix it up. And then we do a draft. Then it's like, like I'll be a captain on one team. And then somebody other on the other side be a captain, just like the playground. We all pick our teams. Man, that'd be dope. Man, we do it that way. People want to watch then. I mean, we still suck, but oh my goodness. Big ball brain. Cut sports. Dudes won't do. My boy Meadow. What Lonzo gonna do? We getting a short season. It's a brand new game. They should go ahead and put Zion and Lonzo. Put them in there with the Lakers. You gonna have a better game. Oh, Ja Morant. Yeah, he's a good player, but he ain't my boy. He ain't my boys. No. Is he faster than Lonzo? No. Can he think on the fly like Lonzo? Can he shoot better than Lonzo? See, you down there in Memphis. Nobody care about Memphis. And my boys, they just not getting they man body. Cause see, they mama, she Caucasian. Yeah, white. Yeah, she's Caucasian. So they eat a lot of mayonnaise, and we don't. We use hot sauce. They use mayonnaise. So it's gonna take them some time to get their man body. Oh man. Nuts. That's what it is. What about Curry at Davidson? Said a very key word there. Davidson. I'm mad about the NCAA tournament, man. They should go ahead and give Dayton a championship, man. Nobody was going to beat Dayton. So right now, I want you guys tell me an NCAA player that was better than had a better career than Michael Jordan in the NCAA that we wouldn't think of. Give me some names. That means no Kareem, none of these names that they thinking about. Give me some names. Give me something real. Obi Toppin. Okay, there we go. We're getting some names. There we go. My man said Jeremy Lin. Now I'll have to check that out. Corliss Williamson, Big Nasty. I don't think Big Nasty had a better career. G Hill, no, he didn't. I'll put Mike over G Hill. Definitely was better than Jay Williams. Len Bias, Mike was better than Len. Len had a great college career, though. Big Country, no. Big Country didn't have a better career than Mike. Big Country was a football player. I mean, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Big Country that went to Vancouver, no. He wasn't better. I was thinking of the Pillsbury throw boy that played for Kentucky. He was quarterback. Pillsbury throw boy. Y'all wouldn't know who that was. Hank Gathers. No, he wasn't better than Mike. Come on. Larry Johnson. Grandmama. Nah. Mike got all them beat. It's kind of hard, to say Elijah one had the better. They would fly. Oh, I'll be right back. They were 5 Beta Slammer Jammer. I almost burnt my house down. Man. Whew. Corona would have really got in here then. Corona would have been with their bags. Wow. I tried to get in here earlier, but there was no roof. It was a roof and stuff, but now that there's no roof, no house, you still trying to turn on the TV, I mean. Still get a little signal. No, actually, I'm boiling stuff on the pot. David Thompson. That's a good name. Kenyon Martin. I don't really remember Kenyon Martin too much in college. Cherokee Parks. Okay. Zeke only played 2 years. If you played 2 years, you really It's hard to be in the conversation. You're gonna have to play 3 or 4. Mateen Cleaves, nah. I would take probably Mashburn. I would take Jamal Mashburn. Yeah, Monster Mash. I think he was a better player collegiately than Mike. Nobody said his name. I like Juan Dixon, but no, not Juan Dixon. Allen Iverson didn't play long enough. If you didn't play, if you played 2, Mashburn wasn't no one and done. Mike played 3 years. What are you talking about? Grand Sire, you've already missed that. Tyler Hansbrough, we've already said him and Christian Laettner a long time ago. If you read that time, it says 36 minutes. You have not been here 36 minutes because we started with that. Danny Manning, that's a good pick because I'm on the fence with Danny, but that 88 championship run, I would say he had a better career. There you go. Danny Manning. Oh, come on, Larry Bird. That's a no-brainer. Bird Magic over, come on. They had the most watched college game in the world because people knew what they were. David Robinson, he played for Navy. It's kind of hard. Like what was Navy's schedule? you know, and I like David Robinson. People used to think I looked like him when we was young. You look like David Robinson. I'm like, I don't look like David Robinson. My own mom used to say that. You look like David Robinson. I'm like, I am not getting a high top fade no more because I do not look like him. Glenn Rice, nah. Mike was better than Glenn Rice. He's better than Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, all of the Fab Five. Okay. It's not like Mike was a bum in college. All right. Like Forrest Whitaker. You didn't see the picture of me and Forrest Whitaker? Nipsey from Marvin. Man, I gotta dust my house again. So dusty in here. It's like dusty roads. That's Sino and Forrest Whitaker. Got my lightsaber. I got everything. I was ready. In case he got a little jumpy. Had to take him out. Y'all don't know Forrest Whitaker when you see him. The before and after photo. I said James Worthy. So how many of y'all saw that Tupac live stream in the Patreon? I don't know why when I come in here, my live streams don't work as well. And I'm like, this is where the plug, this is where everything is. How in the world it ain't working? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, thank you guys, man, for the cash app. I appreciate that. Chris Mullins of St. John's. Mullen did have a great college career. But y'all forgot about the logo, Jerry West. Logo had a great, he wasn't just great in the league, he was great in college too. Y'all forgot about that logo. And nobody said Wilt Chamberlain, even though that's a no-brainer. Dan Easel, the dude with no teeth. He had no front teeth. The horse. Played at Kentucky. Coach Paul Silas. I gave him more credit than Mike. Paul Silas, because you know the reason why I gave Paul Silas the edge over Mike? Because he played for Creighton. We would be saying that about Kevin Durant had he played and stayed in Texas. He was like one and done. If we did the best one and done players in the history of college basketball, it would definitely probably be Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant. Derrick Rose, too. He'll be in that conversation. D Wade played more than 1 year of college. Dwayne Wade was not offered any full 4-year scholarship here in University of Illinois. As Southern Illinois didn't offer him anything. DePaul offered him a partial. Like, we'll after 2 years, then we'll see where you at. So that's why he went to Marquette. He got a full ride going to Marquette. Oh yeah, the Patreon, the Tupac story. Remember I told y'all I was gonna get y'all the behind the scenes. You know everything that happened now in that Michigan incident, and you actually get to hear it from Tupac's mouth and get Tupac's version of what happened. Also, so that is also on the Patreon today. So it's 3 days, and you got hit with 3 different things. And tomorrow is part 2 of the conversation we was having before, when Tupac and Suge was gonna take out somebody. More of that audio is coming up. He said, no one said the helicopter. How y'all forget about him? Easy. He's not better than Michael Jordan. Felipe Lopez, it's not a high school player. We're talking about college. And in St. John's, nah, his invincibility was gone. Only on the Patreon.